Hey, it's Billy here with Deep South Sauce Company. We're cooking on some B&B charcoal today. We're going to do some awesome hamburgers for you guys. It's going to be one of the biggest burgers most of you guys probably have ever seen. We're going to be doing some hasty bake, cooking on the hasty bake today. We're using the Competition Oak Briquets from B&B. This is the same charcoal that you get when you do the lump charcoal. They just use the smaller pieces and they make these briquettes. So I got some going over here. This is about 950 degrees or so. I'm going to put these in. I'm only going to do about 2/3. I'm going to stack them high because I want a hot zone and I want a cold zone. So this is going to make these burgers cook up really fast and really nice. I've also got some B&B oak charcoal or oak chunks in there and hickory chunks just to add a little more flavor. So I'm gonna bring that up just a little bit, get a nice hot temperature going. And like I said, we're making some monster burgers today. So these are 1-pound burger patties. And we're gonna put 2 of these on a bun. So this is gonna be a monster burger. Throw these on here. Get these going. These are going to take a little while. We're going to go up to about 145 degrees internal temperature on here. Obviously you can do whatever you want. If you want them completely rare, do you want them medium, or possibly well done if you're one of those kind of people. We're going to put those 4 pounds of meat on there. We're going to make a couple burgers. So we're going to come back in a few minutes, flip them over, start checking temps, and then go from there. All right, so we're back. We're gonna turn these burgers over and we're gonna talk about one of the sides that we're gonna put on here as well, one of the toppings. Oh, these burgers are looking great. So we got the fire pretty low. I want a direct heat, but I want to avoid some flare-ups. So I've got the fire about at least 50%, maybe 60% as low down as it'll go. So we're getting some nice color on these burgers. And you got that good smoke coming from those B&B hickory chunks that we put on there. Just to give a little more flavor in addition to what's coming out of the oak briquettes. So now that I turned those over, those aren't going to take very long. So one of the accompaniments we're going to do here, we got some extremely thick Compart Duroc bacon. And I've already candied this, which is basically just some rub and brown sugar, and cook it in the oven until it's done. So these were done yesterday. I'm just gonna heat these up. And these are gonna be part of our bacon cheeseburger, monster bacon cheeseburger that we're doing. So these don't need to cook. These just need to warm through and get that good bacon flavor going. Each one of these slices of bacon is about 1/4 pound, so it's gonna be a nice amount of bacon on our burger. And we're going to give that a few minutes and come back. Okay, these burgers are done. I want to put cheese on them. I want to put the cheese while they're over the heat because we want that cheese to get melted. We want it to fall down and become a little river of cheese. We're doing 4 slices of American cheese, 2 white, 2 yellow on each of the patties. We talked about this being a monster burger, and it's going to have pretty much everything you could ever want. Bacon, cheese, some wonderful Hassel cattle beef. So we're gonna let that sit there. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bacon off because it is already warmed up nicely. We don't want it to start burning. Take that off. I'm gonna let that sit there. It's not gonna take but just a minute. And while that is melting, I'm gonna talk about what we're gonna do for the bun. So we're gonna use these nice onion rolls here. And they should be really great size after that beef shrinks down a little bit. Now one thing we're going to do is we're going to butter them and we're going to toast them on the grill. The reason you want to toast your buns is when you put condiments, mayo, ketchup, mustard, whatever you're putting on your burger, it's going to soak into that bread. If you toast that bread up real nice, then it creates a barrier so your bun doesn't get soggy when the condiments go on there. So we're going to let this go for just a minute and we'll be back. All right, so the cheese has melted on these great burgers. We went ahead and put that candied bacon on top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stack these. We're going to make this truly a monstrous burger. So this is going to go on our bun in just a minute. I'm going to set these here because I want these to rest for just a couple of minutes while I get these buns nice and toasted. Those look awesome. All right, so I've got the buns here. I already cut them in half. I'm gonna put some butter on them. We've got this nice little contraption here that puts butter on the buns, and I'm just gonna put those right on the grill. And it's not gonna take very long for these to toast up. I don't want them to cook too much and get too brown. I just want a nice toast on them again, so those condiments that we put on there don't soak up into the bread. We'll get these done. Since these are already done, and this grill is smoking hot right now, it is not going to take very long. So those are going to take probably a minute or less, and then we'll come back, we'll assemble the burger. All right, so we got everything off. The burgers have been sitting. The cheese is just unbelievably gooey. We got our buns here. We're going to actually dress this with a little homemade aioli. It's basically mayo and whatever you want to put in with the mayo. So we've got some nice Duke's mayonnaise here with some Deep South original smoked barbecue sauce. So it's going to be sort of a barbecue flavored burger. I'm going to put some of this on both buns. Make sure you get some with every bite. And then we're going to stack these monstrous burgers. Now that is a burger. 2 pounds of Wagyu ground beef, a whole pound, a half a pound on each burger of Compart candied bacon, 8 slices of cheese, and some aioli on an onion roll. That is a burger.